Hello and welcome to the Computer Craft. My name is Connor and today we will be installing Windows Server 2012 R2. Now we will be doing this in a VM that I created. So we will just boot this VM here. Obviously if you're doing this, you can do it works the same way on physical hardware. Just put your CD or USB in and boot to it. But we will full screen this. Power it on. Once you get to this screen, you'll select your language and all the stuff for your region, and then click Next. Then click Install Now. Now in this section, you will insert your key, which I'm going to just skip this part so you can't see my key. Once you enter your key, you will click Next. And this will be, I'm installing Windows Server 2012 R2 Data Center. I will be installing it with a GUI. The difference between the two is the core is like a command line version of Windows, where all you get is a command prompt, and with the GUI is like a full installation of Windows Server. Then you'll click Next. You'll read through the EULA and then accept it. I'm going to do a custom install. My 80 gigabyte drive, I'm going to install it there, so I'm just going to click Next. You could partition it with this view, but we're just going to skip it. Now it's going to start the installation. You'll probably see the server reboot a couple times, but this is normal, and I will probably fast forward through a lot of this process. And now your virtual machine or physical machine will reboot. Now that it's booted, it's asking you for your password for your administrator account. Obviously, this is something you're going to want to make secure. Then you click Next. Okay, once you get it installed and get back to the get to the login screen, you will go ahead and Control-Alt-Delete to sign in. Enter your password. And once you log in, it will load Server Manager automatically. So if you're on a lower spec system, it might take a few minutes when you log in. If it doesn't load Server Manager automatically, you can go ahead and click the server manager icon over here. Now one thing I did was I changed the resolution already, and I've already connected it to the network. Typically when I create a new VM or new server, if I don't have any specific purpose for that server at that point in time, I will make sure I run all the updates. The only time you wouldn't run the updates would be sometime if you had some specific application that you knew updates conflicted with it. It's really typically when you first install a server, you're gonna run the updates. I'll show you how to do that here. On this specific server, I'm going to just check for update, but let me choose whether to download and install them for now. And then click OK. And it's going to start the checking for updates like normal Windows does. And we'll come back to that. I'm going to change the time zone because I am not Pacific. And if you notice that some of these settings haven't updated yet, it's because Server Manager updates automatically every 10 minutes. Now if you want to refresh it now, you click refresh. You'll see these two items change. You'll see that it activated. So let's try updates again. For the time being, I'm just going to let it check for updates, and we're going to go through and change a few other items. I'm going to enable remote desktop. Even though I really don't need it on this server, because I'm remoted into the physical server, and then I just connect to each individual server. But just showing you guys, you can enable it just like that. I'm going to change the computer name to DC01 for Domain Controller 1, which you'll see here short in another video. Then I will actually make it a domain controller. I'm going to start later because I'm still waiting for updates. I'm just going to make a few other changes while we're waiting. Just cosmetic for me. Instead of waiting for the updates, it's just a normal Windows update process. You'll go through and select the updates you want or not, or install them all. It's really up to you. I would definitely make sure you get all the critical and security updates. But other than that, that's how you install and get a basic configuration of Windows Server 2012 R2.
If you'd like to see more videos like this, please join the forums at www.thecomputercrowd.net or click the I in the upper right hand corner.